separating the soul of the lamb. The capital difference between the lamb and the lion is the intensity of the light in their soul. Now, the separation of the light in their soul also determine their individual assignments. The light in the soul of the lamb gave him opportunity for two things. Number one, gave him opportunity to accomplish the mechanism of the suffering servant, and then to build the spiritual kingdom of God. That's what. And then, but the light in the soul of the lion, the light in the soul of the lion gave him opportunity. We give him opportunity to accomplish the mechanism of the sovereign king, and then to establish the millennial kingdom. And then the millennial kingdom is the highest kingdom and the most powerful, and that is where God will end all his riches. Because that is only mechanism of God. And then that mechanism is built on the word person of God. Right on your paper. The mechanism of the sovereign king. Sovereign is S-O-V-E-R-E-I-G-N. Now, as the Lion of Judah, God is also the Father of all spirits. Now, when you talk about Father, you're talking about source of light. Now, there are two fatherhood there. I want you to pay attention to that. Serious. The fatherhood of spirit and fatherhood of light. The fatherhood of spirit. Now, God has to be father of light, to be father of all spirit, because all spirits were created from light. So when God wants to create a spirit, he look at the type of light that is needed to form that spirit. So it is part of the light of God that he depended on to form the spirit of Christ. And then when he wanted, to form the soul of Christ, then when he wanted to form his own soul, he used the whole light. That is why in 21 of the book of Matthew, when he wanted to go back to go and take the vineyard, he didn't fear about dying, because that soul cannot be killed. Immortality is all about, it's all about soul. It's all about the brightness of the soul. Somebody who doesn't read and meditate cannot claim to be immortal. Nothing hurts the devil. Nothing hurts the devil like taking light to your soul. Now, in 2 Corinthians chapter, please, let me stamp something and somebody is going to be blessed immediately. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4:4, when you read it, I will tell you something. Please, if you don't have light in the soul, don't try to fight a spirit that have spent time to put light in his soul. I say, if you are not sure of light in your own soul, can you go ahead?
In whom the God of this world had blinded.
In whom the God of this world has blinded
the minds of them.
The minds of them who believe
which
not.
Believe not.
Yes. God have already caused it and God. That means large soul. A Latin soul. Sit down with me. Okay, turn to 28 verse 14 of the book of Ezekiel, and then go to 3, and then go down from 15 to 17. You will see the testimony of the Bible concerning Lucifer. Then you will fear. Then you will fear people who gather in the market and say, Satan will bind you. The name Satan, they should fear. They're not even afraid. Do you know why they are not afraid? They are not taught. They say Jesus will fight for them. And why are they not winning? You don't have right that you're fighting a God. Because you said that God will fight for you. How can God fight for men on earth? How? That God should fight for your destiny, your own. Okay, I should not move. I should not call this meeting. I should stay in Lagos and tell God and finish drinking tea and take shawarma or and cross leg and say, God, you will do what you want to do because you are all powerful. I don't know people who do it. He said, God, whether I work hard or not, Jehovah, you will not fail your word. In your journey, amen. Poverty, not crack people. Shame take over people. Can it be? Can it be one of your choice on earth today to say, Lord, let it be about me? That if I go to anywhere and they give me a microphone to preach, or if I go to market and 4 people decide to hear me, may I not in my life say anything that they will forget. If I get 2 people to hear me, do you know the privilege of getting somebody to listen to you? Why some people are being listened to and they are still suffering? Because they don't understand the privilege of being heard. Did our heart not born within us? If you can set somebody's heart on fire, how does he leave you? And can you set somebody's heart on fire if you didn't pay attention? Look at 28:14 now.
Thou art the anointed cherub.
That the anointed cherub
that covereth.
That covers.
And I have said this so.
And I said this so.
Thou was upon the holy mountain of God.
Yes.
Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire.
Yes.
Thou was perfect in thy ways
until
from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in thee.
Verse number 3. Behold,
thou art wiser than Daniel.
Behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that can be hid. Did you see how the Bible gave testimony of Satan? A particular being that nothing can be hidden from him is what you want to bind through prayer. This spirit I'm talking about has raised deputies against Igbos. Ihejoko, Amade Uchu, Ajala. And then went away, and this spirit are functioning for him. And this spirit are manipulating Igbo boys, destroying their mind, taking them away from light, leading them towards a false path, giving them fake hope. An illiterate says he's a big man. How can an illiterate be a big man? There is nothing God will preserve on earth outside light. So if a man is dark and he has a property, that property is for sale. That property will be handed over to somebody eventually, if not immediately. Because darkness does not have power to sustain anything. That's why selling buildings can't stop. The other day I was asking you, I said, how many transport businesses have we seen? Up to cars, we are here, we are seeing, I told you, we are seeing a credit blue and white. And then we started seeing Cabo A, we started seeing Okada. We started seeing Mayview. We started seeing Charger. Do you know how many planes that have entered that closed in the last 18 years or 20? So. That is how businesses are closing if they are not preserved from the light of the soul. And can I tell you something? Just like the other day, Fanyoba died. The other day, the CEO of of Access Bank night. And people are saying they are learning, not that. Never. Never. If there is too much light in your soul and somebody call your name in coven, something terrible will happen. I say if there is too much light in your soul and somebody call your name, even when you're sleeping, when they call your name, the light of your value will answer them, not even you. I said the light of your value will answer them. You will be sleeping peacefully. Why light go? I told you that I said Jesus was sitting in heaven when the light went to fight Apostle Paul. Jesus didn't come to the earth. He was sitting where he was sitting. And the light of his soul came out of his soul and smashed Apostle Paul. And somebody want to invoke you. Do you know why God is host? Why God is host is because other spirits are preserved around him. So when you mention God, some spirits will jump out, will start coming out. Satan went in heaven to go and dethrone God and didn't even meet God. Because other spirits that serve God from value of light met Satan. Why will Michael go and God is fighting Satan? And if you have light to keep some spirit around you, why will you be broke? Why will you fight little enemies? You are like God and Michael fight for you. Why will you meet Satan? Part of your servant can even deal with Satan. So God didn't even get up from his seat because Michael came from God's presence and smashed Satan. And somebody want to work for everything. Somebody want to suffer for everything. Excuse me. What the light in a man's soul didn't give him, God can give him. If you say you're rich and that light, the light in your soul didn't connect to that money, then the money was stolen and it will be lost. That's why people are dying now. People are dying because of soul selling. What is called soul selling is taking something without being worthy of it. Taking something without a connecting light. And that is what the Igbos are busy doing. That's why they raise traders. They raise traders. Those traders they are raising those traders because you see, they are raising those traders. That's why the land doesn't have value. Because those traders doesn't have light. They use their soul to buy money. And that is so selling. In a while, because if you use your soul to buy money, they reduce your years. They will just reduce your years, introduce affliction to your life, and then give money. And then when the person is killed, they take the money back. That is why there is nothing stable about buying and selling. Nothing is what? There is nothing stable. Doesn't get stable. You cannot forge your destiny with something that is not stable. Light is stable. The only thing stable on earth is light. Now, when somebody is of light, the increase is continuous. That's what I mean by stability. Because if you're stable, you don't go down. I said if you're... No, you don't go down now. Look at James 1:17. Please read it before I go into the sea. Because time is, I'm just looking at the wall clock. I said... James 1:17.
For every good gift.
For every good gift.
And every perfect gift.
And every perfect gift.
Is from above.
Is from above. And coming from
the Father of light.
From the Father of light.
In whom is no variableness.
In whom there is no variableness.
Neither shadow of turning.
Neither shadow of turning. If there is no variableness, how can there be poverty? You're only stable. Stability is, I know that I'm about to teach something, serve communion, come back in the night, continue. And it is every day I put a step upward. I don't reduce. If you're stable, you don't reduce. You don't go down. There is no better yesterday for stable people. What is more precarious than handing over your life to chance? Sunday, somebody woke up in the morning and said, there is this business that came. I said, which business? Just like what I was attacking some people in the night. Now, big rubber shoe just came up. When I look at people's leg, I say, why do you like this caterpillar you're wearing? This is too big for your leg. And it's not fine. And someone said, it's a new business, new business, new business. Rubber shoe, rubber shoe. Somebody. He said, order. Somebody. When the order in Lagos, they took to Maya, took to Abana, run up and down, Abana boss. All those hustlers is only for food and death. I say it's only for. And what else? That's why sometimes when they come through this road, they get amazed. They get amazed. When they come, we are attention at this road, they get amazed. Even why they get amazed, they don't still ask questions. How do you do mighty exploit with something that is not stable? Something you do run up and then get small gain. Then the years are running away. And if your eyes are not open, well, how will you know that certain life, that your life should not be invested on some things? Are you not bigger than ordinary food? You know, because of mercy, the soul of Christ and that of the church tolerate, the church tolerate witchcraft and certain manipulation, and it depletes them. Not even just witchcraft. I want to tell you something very sensitive. Man is a being that uses his eyes. Because he's man. There are two types of eyes. If you're a spirit, use spiritual eyes. If you're a man, use physical eyes. Now, it is an anomaly. Something that might not bring perfection. For you to tell a physical man about the spiritual kingdom, he will never get it. Because he's man. Now, anytime people's heart are connected to something they can't understand very well, they misunderstand it. And that's what it is. And then misunderstanding it give the room for witchcraft. That is giving something wrong interpretation. Because it's not meant to be understood. Because he's man. So you're telling him to go to heaven. And he's trying to go, but he's not sure of it. He doesn't know how it will look like. How do you tell somebody who is intelligent to go to a kingdom he doesn't know how it look like? You're telling him that it's only when he died that he will know how the place look like. What an embarrassment. And big men will never follow it. Those that have the soul of the lion, that understand ordinance, they will not follow if you die. What about if the person died and all that he had is a lie? So the lion is coming so that we can look for a kingdom we can see with our eyes as men. and be bold about evidence of God on earth. We are going to enter into the millennial kingdom, and it's a kingdom on earth. And it has highly reduced witchcraft value because it functions through ordinance. Somebody will say, ooh, eh. He said, Mama Ejima, when that time we were praying, I saw an angel walking on the air. And he said, you should give me 20,000 K. 20,000. Says the Spirit of the Lord. And then because she's a spiritual person, the Mama Ejima started getting afraid. The woman now said, I'm giving this 20,000 to Mama. But I didn't know how the angel was working. I'm giving her 2,000 K, but 20,000 K. I don't understand, but since it's Mama. She says she saw an angel walking. I didn't see it. God is tired of people who are serving God they can't see. Doing something that is confusing them. Because this utters boldness. It attacks boldness. It attacks total commitment. That is why the lion is going to come to be an eighth God. So that we will know that he is in Ekulobia. And this is where he should be found. They will say, Eze. They will see him with their eyes. And they will know his kingdom. Then their faith will increase. And that is where God will stop his work. As long as we are using the imagination to look for him, we will not get him very well. It will still be dark. Even dark speeches is still for the best. I said dark speeches is still for the best. For the prophets. How many people are prophets? So every other thing is assumption. Heaven is an assumption. That's why when we have a book, something on YouTube, and somebody said, I was in heaven. Everybody want to listen to how it is. Because we are not sure. And if we are not sure, how can we have confidence in it? We are not sure. So the intensity of the light in the lion is what made him different from. And let me stop this one now so that I can go into the other course. Pay attention. There is a difference between something you are doing for doing sake and something you are doing because you know why you're doing it. And that thing you're doing is the only thing you will do in your life. That means you ended your life. That is a mystery behind continuous energy and grace. When your life ends around the purpose, you become very powerful. Very unavoidably. Even when your strength is failing you, you know you continue. Because that is where you're going. It's different from when your life is providing for you alternatives. What do I call it? Dirty. Now, trading with dirty currency is a heading. And that's course number 4 now. Is it? Trading with. Everybody must hear me. Satan kills people when he connects them to dirty currency. Those who trade with dirty currency they do soul selling. Dirty currency does not belong to God. Dirty currency is the currency of a fallen God. And then it is the reigning currency of today. That is why it connects to death. Why I took a vow of poverty is that I don't want to do anything with dirty currency. But there's a secret. I will never. I will never. I will never. There is something you don't know about me I want to tell you, or maybe you have heard me say it. When I was created as a being of God, there are two types of golds. When I was made a golden man. I was made. Now, the word gold also represents utter brightness. So God is golden and is full of light. So it doesn't separate two of them. Gold, light, glory. So I was made a golden man. Now, what being golden man means